Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this early access look at Total War 3 Kingdoms. In this campaign, we're going to be playing Gongsun Zan, the Ironfist General. Definitely a pretty badass name. So on that note, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the faction specialization, their unique traits, and from there, we can jump right into the gameplay. So firstly, they are a military government, unique military inspector corps position. So of course, you can assign characters to different corps positions, and they get a special one, which I'm going to be learning with you guys. This is going to be my first time jumping into the campaign. I haven't looked at it beforehand, so we are indeed going to be learning together. On top of that, limits the availability of administrator. So administrator is a position within your government. An administrator oversees the local government in a commandery and provides certain bonuses to these lands. So perhaps it's more military focused, less focused on general administrators. Not really sure. We'll find out. So the playstyle is a balanced military and their unique features. So yes, we're going to be coming in with the White Horse Raiders. So available for characters ranked 3 or higher. So once we level up Gongsun Zan a little bit, we're probably going to get these guys. So it seems like he has a pretty heavy focus on skirmish cap here. He does also have the White Horse Fellows available for rank 6. So these are guys, what is the advantage here? So these guys have a bonus for mobility, not so much armor, and these guys are also good at melee as well as mobile. That's going to be pretty cool. Definitely very strong against the AI. The AI is like you can pull them apart with mobile units and just kind of pick them to pieces. It should be fun. On top of that, we do have the military government, so it's a unique building chain, so it does give income from all sources and public order. Cool. Ruled by the sword to evade the ambiguities and trappings of bureaucracy. This government is run with the discipline of a military command. Pretty cool. And for our character that we're going to be starting with, so a lot of the different factions start with a couple characters. I believe Gongsun Zan only starts with one. It's going to be Zhao Yun, Light in the Dark. He is a general type, which is a sentinel. And we'll take a look at what sentinels do once we do get in there. So in the darkest times of war, the artists of the most resplendent warriors gleam the brightest. He definitely seems like quite a powerful dude. So it's going to be fun. So he's a vanguard, Gongsun. Oh, man, I'm so bad. This is going to be rough. I'm sure most of the YouTubers are going to be struggling with that. Hopefully it's not just me. So starting situation isn't too bad. And as far as the starting position, it looks pretty good. Like we're catty cornered. We're not going to be like threatened too much from like the northeast or at all, really. I think there's one enemy province, which we'll take like right away. That's going to be our first kind of, course of action here. So that shouldn't be too bad. And from here, we just kind of work our way down. And hopefully eventually we'll get to fight the Dong. I don't know if the Dong is going to be fought. I'm just going to use every excuse I have to say that. I don't think we're going to be getting to the Dong in this Let's Play. We do have some limitations on this video and the length of the campaign, so I don't know if we're going to be able to fight the glorious Dong, but of course we'll do our best to kind of work our way down in that direction. Character specialization, he's a vanguard, so he's going to be a mobile general, excellent at breaking through enemy troops, however weaker against other generals, so we don't want to be dueling with him. Best grouped with retinues of shot cav, skirmish cav, that kind of stuff, so we are going to be doing that. So reinforcement range of 50%, which isn't bad. You guys, of course, have played other Total War games, and the armies can reinforce from a little bit further, military specialization and all that. And 12% armor for all shot cav, which is going to be useful, for sure. So China must be united. Let's see what we can do and jump right into this campaign.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns, chaos ignites, as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the hand falters. Yet there are those who would still fight, still roar. Gongsun Zan holds against the tyrant, his own fire unrelenting. With a thundering of hooves, he rides to war. Luoyang lies in ruin, my lord. It is the work of the tyrant.
Dong Zhuo knows no mercy. He is cruel and barbaric.
He flees west with the young emperor. Control of the Han goes with him.
He must be hunted down. His devastation of China must be stopped.
However, there are other, closer issues to deal with. Liu Ye still poses a threat.
If he cannot summon the strength to govern his own lands, then I will seize them and do it myself.
The coalition is dying. It lacks unity and leadership. Something must be done.
Long have I defended China from enemies without. Now I must turn my sights to the enemies within.
Your cavalry bray, Lord Gongsun Zan. It is time to direct their furious charge.
All right, guys, so let's jump right into this. So firstly, establish your power, Lord Gongsun Zan. China is in chaos, but so far from the capital, there is little you can do to quell the madness. Perhaps it is time to utilize your local strength as a respected border lord. Lu Yu, your old mentor, has lost his vigor and his lands may be better managed by you. Likewise, Gongsun Zan is kin, but the borders cannot be held by a weak lord. You must consider now how your presence and military power may aid all of China. It's going to be fun. A lot of tooltips here. War awaits. We have a first mission, which I believe is just to kind of fight a battle right here to get the taste of victory, which shall give us military supplies, because of course supplies are a thing in this game. And here we go. So we do have Gongsun here. You can see he does start with a couple archers. So the white horse, are those just white horse fellows? Yes, we do have the horse archers right out of the gates. Wow, barely any infantry. We have some G infantry, which appear to be a tough halberd infantry. So yeah, we're just going to be holding with the axe bands and just kind of skirmishing. It's definitely a pretty cool starting army. Now, as far as our one building we have here, so we do have this little town, which I believe the other part of the province is up here. So we do want to secure this pretty quick. So it's going to be pretty easy. We get the iron mine, we get the trade port, and we can upgrade from there. So now we do have this town, which I believe we can upgrade. So if we upgrade it, it's going to give us income and, oh yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and slap an upgrade on that bad boy. And here we do also have a mail post. So yeah, there's a couple options. You cannot build this one time. You can only construct one building at a time per commandery. Okay, so you can only do like one building per time here. And yeah, this is some of the other things here. Land surveying. Okay, these are different like building options for our blank plot. We have a construction plot. So I figure upgrading the main building is going to be good. Now, as far as our characters here, we can take a look. We do have a whole court system here. So we have our court nobles who are all in position and just serving in the court. But we're going to be focusing more on this Let's Play on our main characters. We do have Gongsun Zan here and Zhao Yun, who are both together. And it looks like he is... So resolve. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and look at the details here. So if we click this and we look at the details, that's where we're really going to see everything. So, okay, this is where you get to see. So his main traits are instinct. So this gives him melee damage, recruitment cost for the army, and satisfaction faction-wide because he has authority and unit morale. Okay, got it. And then our secondary character is, and these are all items down here, or not items, but items over here. So heavy itemization. You can see here we have different equipment slots, and we can kind of actually change our weapons like right now, which is kind of cool. And these are very much like Shogun 2. Yeah, different like traits you could get. You can see here Fury and different things, each of which some can be used in battle. Some are kind of like general effects. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then we got Zhao Yun here. He's got his weapon here, the heirloom spear, and he is more focused on resolve. So general health pool, 5k population growth. So he's pretty tanky for sure. He's going to be getting in there, going fisticuffs. Probably going to be doing most of our dueling if we do choose that. He does have a couple abilities as well. And let's see, starting rank for all recruits for his army. He's fleet-footed, so he's fast, has acceleration. He has zeal, so yeah, armor-piercing damage for his own army. Yeah, he's very much a duelist there. So we could recruit some troops if we want to. And to recruit troops, I believe you go to your main town here and yeah, raise an army. Yeah, raise armies next turn. But the first mission, of course, is going to be fighting this battle, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so it looks like we definitely don't want to auto-resolve our first battle. Predicted casualties low, his predicted casualties are high, so that is all good. And let's go ahead and jump into this battle and have some fun. Sworn I heard Wookiee clawing at the door here.
What madness!
Let's listen to this talk.
This fire must be stopped, lest we all burn. The people suffer as cities burn. It cannot continue. For years, I have defended China from numerous threats. It seems now I must take up arms to defend her again. Once more, for China.
Pretty cool. All right. No, this is not my first battle in Total War. Perhaps in Three Kingdoms. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay, great. So we got our battle here. And let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff if we can. And yeah, so you basically use the center mouse wheel to kind of like zoom around and like get your different like perspective here. A lot of the stuff's pretty much the same. Z and X are going to be taking you up and down. And of course you can turn left and right here. So it's not too bad. So there is an auto system now when you like direct, like when you deploy your units, it'll like make sure to put like the cav on the flanks and the infantry in the center. So that's pretty cool. But of course we're going to be doing our own thing here. So you can still control group. So even though they're in separate different retinues, you can control group them together. So you can see I just put these guys like this, the Axe Infantry and the G Infantry. And you can see the stats. So these guys have pretty good morale. And it seems like the Axe Infantry are pretty sturdy though compared to the G Infantry. Leadership can just be sitting back here. And we're actually going to put... We have some Lance Cav. So the Lance Cav, of course, we're going to be putting our main characters. So Gongsun is going to be riding with those guys. So we'll put them in group 2 here. These guys can be in group 1. He's going to be dueling, just kind of working with the main force. And I believe, do we have any other Cav archers? I don't think we do. Great, so the main army, and of course you have toggle locking, much like Total War Warhammer. So yeah, we can do that if we want to for the main forces. We don't need to do it for these guys. Start the battle. Great. So the main force, we're just going to scoot up here, and we're going to get the Cav units out on the flank. These guys going here, and these guys can be in group 4. We're just going to kind of pressure. He's on this side, so we can go around this way. Let's go ahead and get some close-ups here. And I believe K takes you into the cinematic camera, so it does, so you can see here. And also, guys, this is a very early access build, so there could be some bugs or some issues in terms of balance and graphics and things like that. It's still a little bit of a ways out, so it is different. You pull up your stat cards by hitting the I button, very much the same, and you get a little bit of a tooltip up top. All around are good against mounted units, weak against missile attacks, that kind of thing. So pretty cool. So first we're going to go in with our skirmish missile units. No thank you. Yeah, no, like why would we throw our general there? So we have Lancer Militia here. Looks like we have some archers as well, so let's kind of circle out this way. He's going to be leading the cap charge. The main army can kind of advance here. And can we reach you guys? Let's actually, yeah, it looks like they're doing some counter skirmishing. Let's pull out of their archer range. We don't need to take any free casualties this early. Let's wait till our main force is a little bit saturated in there before we do that. And let's look at some abilities here. So this guy is going to be the duelist of duelists. So I actually don't mind challenging him to a duel. So yes.
I will defeat you.
Oh, hell yeah, we're going to get a duel here. Okay, so let's pull these guys in now around the back. And our main force, we can kind of just scoot them up. You guys can just go engage here, and you guys can go ahead and engage right here if we want to. So it looks like some Lancer Militia, so we're going to kind of circle around the back. Our general's going to come in for the hammer, and we can just get our missile skirmishers shooting at the enemy archers, which should be fine. So the duel is underway down here, and does he have any duelist abilities? Fleet-footed, it's passive buff. Okay, so he just gets that all the time. So the duel's underway. And you can see they're trying to like keep out of that. So we're going to take the catfight here with the Lancer Militia. These guys are going to hammer in right here, and we'll get the G infantry in there. They are anti-large, so that's going to be helpful. And our general just got the fat cap charge in there, so we're just riding these guys down. It's pretty one-sided in that respect. We get the axe infantry kind of collapsing on these guys. These guys can go right up the pipe here. Although we do have a backline opening, so let's do this and see if we can get around the back here. And yes, we can actually just sweep into the archers right here, which is going to be good. And our general just gave him the business. Now, obviously, this is like the first fight in the campaign, so it's going to be super easy, but let's get you guys some close-ups of the fighting. You can see here the peasants are being rowed down by our troops, and it was a pretty one-sided affair. Our army's, quite a bit stronger. We still have this duel here. Let's go ahead and watch this for a minute. They're getting down. These guys are getting all heated. I wonder who's going to win the duel. Wouldn't it be funny if I just lost the first duel, just super unfortunate? It looks like we're going to win. I mean, our character, Zhao Yun, is apparently a pretty good duelist, so he's getting in there. The fleet-footed thing helps with charge speed. And there we go. All right, so that's all dealt with. Let's go and look around the battlefield a little bit more. Seems like our skirmish cav are doing their thing. So we're going to put them in melee mode and just slam into the back of these guys. Come over here, get a hammering charge just to send these guys back to the Shadow Realm. These are G infantry, but if you charge them in the back, it's going to be pretty destructive anyway. So here they come. Led by the general, coming in. Yeah, so the impact of charges in this game, it's certainly not what... I mean, it is pretty early, but when you see a charge in Total War Warhammer, you really feel it. It's not as much in this game. As far as, the early battles, it was still fun, but I'm going to kind of reserve my judgments of battle until I get the chance to really... You can go chase down this guy. It's fine. Can we chase him? Retreating heroes cannot be targeted. Interesting. So you can't target retreating heroes. Still fun battles, though, so far. I mean, of course, I played this game a couple times. We did have that event a while back, but we'll see how the bigger battles go. Not bad. All right. So we're just going to fast forward here as we kind of clean up shop. Got to chase down the scraps. I don't think we need to do much more because we could just end it and then auto-resolve here. Excellent, indeed. Let's end the battle and see what happens from here. Decisive victory. Has the timer there. Poor Zhao Quan here, or Zhao Quinn. Not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, he had a rough little time. Looks like we only lost 19 troops, or is that the amount of troops he killed? I'm not sure. It looks like it doesn't say it there. All right, decisive victory. We get a cool post screen here. Oh man, he just got kicked. Straight up business. He got the business right there. All right, so we have a couple options. This one is select character. I'm fond of my head, and then I'm loyal to this faction. Allow me to join you, and I will serve you well. Interesting. That's okay. So does he want to join us? Employ. We have to take a base salary. It does give us an extra character. So he is a guerrilla. So a guerrilla vanguard. So vanguard excels at breaking through enemy troops, however weak against other generals. Okay, so he's kind of like our main character, but he wouldn't be bad. Let's actually take him. And we have enough income for it.
To restore order.
We're going to be unifiers. We're not going to be tyrants. So we're going to give him the opportunity. I feel like that's what the good guys would do. And we're going to take the military supplies.
We will be repaid.
So we should have another character now. Let's go ahead and double check this. Solidifies his control, so we need to just capture this mine here, which we'll do in just a second. Missions, yeah, so we got to get that. Now characters, we do have him. So it looks like the character will be unavailable and return in season. Okay, so we can add him in a little bit later. And from here we can go to the Iron Mine. And looks like we have a little bit of a fight here. I mean, we could have waited till the next turn. We could starve them out as well, but I think it'd be kind of fun to fight a battle. Just see what it looks like. I'm more curious to actually see... we barely took any casualties last fight. I'm more curious to see how this guy's going to be defending the mine. So it looks like it's defended by a garrison. That's actually kind of cool. Like, I like the layout. I wish Total War Warhammer had stuff like this, where it had like a little bit of a mining town or something, and it had like choke points, and you really had to like grind through a garrison. Like that was very much like in Shogun. I love siege battles in Shogun too. That was like one of my favorite things. But now the real question is going to be how well is the take time. Don't tell me my business. We're rushing into combat. We're going in deep. Now it looks like they have archer towers here. Okay, so buildings. So it's going to be better to focus on one. So starting in the trees actually might not be a bad idea. Can we deploy back here? Okay. We're going to do this, and it looks like we have our horse archers here. Let's see what they look like up close. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay. So we have this. He's going to be leading the main force. And control group 1, control group... We're just going to have like a big cav zerg, because it seems to be pretty strong. And we'll ride up through these trees here, and the cav archers can be in 3. Let's control group these guys. And of course we have different formations if we want to, I think. So what units have formations? Select one of the preset formations. Looks like these guys might not have it. But if we do this, it has... Okay, so it just is like, the archers in the front kind of thing. So let's go ahead and hide in the trees if we can. Get the archers coming as well. So it looks like they've pretty much just heavily, garrisoned this. So we're just going to go around here. So do this. And you can do shift pathing still. So I just gave them like 2 orders by holding down the shift key. And the main army can just push up here. Our archers can just shoot in. The archer towers are going to be a little bit nasty for sure. But we'll just shoot the G militia here. Range is really good on these guys, actually. They can shoot from all the way downtown. That's going to be pretty good in multiplayer. These like type of skirmish cav units. I'm really excited to actually see that. In this particular early access, we're not allowed to do multiplayer stuff. But in the future ones, as soon as I'm allowed to, I'm going to be focusing on that and really showing you guys what the battle element of multiplayer looks like. So we can kind of zig and zag and dodge and juke and weave and bob and duck and do all that kind of good stuff. So he has Roar of the Beast. I forgot to use this, but it lowers morale. Oh, okay, that was something we did see with one of the earlier ones. But see, so now this is pretty good. So we can actually send one guy over here, one guy here, one guy here, and these are just G militia. So they do have the bonus versus large, so we don't want to be getting too down and dirty on those guys. So let's pull you guys over here, get you guys in here, and we're going to get... We probably should have sent our main general like right up the pipe here. So let's do this. Let's maneuver up and around here. We don't want to charge into G. So far, the AI is doing a decent job of defending its business here. Oh, man, those archer towers are really strong. Okay, so let's get in there. God damn. Okay, I was not paying attention to how much damage they're doing. I'm used to like Total War where they're just like not that impactful. All right, so the main fight is underway. We don't have anyone we can duel. Damn, that was devastating. Okay, so I learned my lesson there. So let's go ahead and charge in here with our general. Pop the roar if we can. And it looks like we might be able to break them quickly. It's going to be tough, though. With that, like, sloppiness there, it cost us quite a bit. So we'll push you guys up as well. And we can maybe just push the cabin here. Okay, I'm glad to see the archer towers actually do good. So this fight is pretty much cleaned up here. Our general is very, very strong. So we're going to pull our units back, let the general take the brunt of the charge. And then we're going to re-engage there. We actually have to, like, be a little bit careful now. All right, so let's do this, and then we can countercharge there. So we don't have any abilities right now, and our main character just has this passive buff, which is fine. The fighting in the gates is going pretty well. We'll engage the G infantry here with our axe infantry, which should favor that engagement. These guys are wavering. The roar is up in 38 seconds. So you guys get to see how powerful the archer towers are. They really do work in this game. All right, great. So now we can move through. The choke point, I really do like the choke points. And I have to admit that I'm pretty happy with how the AI performed in terms of defending that threshold right there. Okay, so we lost a lot of cav units here. Let's make sure we just attack the right ones. Automatically reject and propose duels, so there is an automatic feature for that. General coming in the back there should polish that off. Hopefully we don't lose a... Yeah, okay, so it looks like we broke all the cav units, so we're just going to pull back up here if we can. And there's no bounce power or anything at the top.
The battle is won.
The battle is won. Okay, so we almost fully lost our stuff. Granted, we have plenty of time to, replenish and whatnot now. So we got the mine. We learned a little bit about the AI's defensive tactics, and from there we can kind of, be more careful next time. Probably just shove them right up the pipe, or, just go straight in. Like, we kind of like... I'm so used to the Total War Warhammer towers that take a long time to, like, kill your stuff. But in this, even in romance mode, it was pretty lethal. All right.
Fix your mind.
Fix your mind? Okay, sounds good. Occupy, so we're not going to loot and occupy. Although it does give us income, minus 40% to the population. Settlement level will be reduced, so we're just going to occupy it.
Fine settlement. We'll take it.
We'll take it, yes we will. This unit is convalescing will return a number of turns displayed. Okay. So it looks like a unit, if they take like a ton of damage like that, it is oh, so we have a building plot here now. I don't believe we can build this right now. I think we have to wait till next turn because we have this main town upgrading.
My spear is ready.
Now here we have the open iron veins. We could upgrade this, which is going to take us from 100 income, so it's going to give us a couple. Yeah, it just gives us a lot more good stuff. So the other province here is, okay, so if we want to change the angle or the perspective of our map, I'm trying to use the wheel here, but this is okay for now. Okay, so that's good. And is there anything else we want to do? We probably have some level ups and things like that, I would imagine. Do we have any skills? No, we don't. We didn't level up our characters, so it's not as quick to level up as in like Total War Warhammer. They're both level 3 at the moment.
Those that serve your cause gain experience.
So we have different stances as well. You can see we have the normal stance and camp ambush.
Their development to your advantage.
Okay. Cool, cool.
China's problems need an
Open character details, stance, commanding general, recall selected armies. Raise an army here. You'll be able to raise armies next turn. Let's pass. This is a pretty long first turn, but we're just kind of taking everything in together. And you can see here there's a flag, which maybe has something to do with public order, but we'll go ahead and take a look in a minute. We'll also get to see how fast turn timers here are. The Yellow Turban Rebellion doing its thing. Okay, that's pretty fast. It doesn't seem like there's too many factions. It's not like Mortal Empires.
Not only consists of settlements and armies, but your policies, reforms, and family affairs. All contribute to your rule and deserve consideration.
Current faction support is 59 out of that, and then here we have... Okay, it doesn't look like we have that same issue here, but here we do have faction support. So current faction support is probably public order. Current increase 44%, 1 turn until full faction support. Effects from that are military supplies and income from all sources. Okay, so when there's disarray and things like that, it's gonna set you back a little bit. So that's upgrading. We can't upgrade this as far as our income.
Consists of a capital and its
Commanderies, capital, and surrounding
counties.
capitals.
The
So we need to
capital
get
is
down
the
here and take
center
this.
of administration, and the counties make use of the local resources.
All right, so this is to raise an army. So I believe this is let's see. So seasonal deployment. So this is characters. Okay, so this is actually raising like a brand new army here. You can see if we like recruit these guys, it's going to give us this. This is the guy that we got earlier, I believe, that he joined us, which is fine. And let's go ahead and see how we recruit standard troops. So we're going to go here. Appoint. Okay, so you can appoint administrator. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So currently we have him. And effects on administrator, no desire for higher office until characters rank 4. -1 construction time. Okay, so we can't appoint any of these guys at the moment. But okay, so that's how you change the administrator of a certain city. And this mine here, I suppose we could... You do not own the capital. Okay, so we have to own the capital to do that. Assignments here. So we don't have anyone assigned at the moment, do we? Satisfaction in your own faction. So if we do him, 50% from peasantry, public order, and -50% corruption. If we do her, for example, 75% from commerce, silk, and spice. So I think he's going to be a better choice for now. So we'll probably we'll take the public order, I think. Yeah, so we're going to assign him for now to be in charge of this this little city.
Get the stables ready for my horses.
Get the stables ready for your horses. We will. So here's recruit. We can go ahead and look here and find if we want another retinue. And this is a gentleman that we had earlier. So recruitment cost is quite expensive, but he does come with quite a bit. So this is the guy that is pretty good as a vanguard as well. He's 38 years old, which I mean, he's by far the best choice as far as like what he comes with. He's only level 1. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And to recruit troops, you click on the plus sign here. So if you want to get anything else, that was pretty expensive. And it does set our income, pretty low. So I don't know if it was the best tactical choice, but for the most part, it's going to give us a pretty mean army here. So we're going to go ahead and turn. So a couple turns of licking our wounds, and then we're going to go to the trade port over here and see what kind of this coastal battle looks like. And I also have to make sure I'm staying within my time constraints here, guys. I would love to just, do this for a while here.
There are many intricacies to ruling. And a wise leader seeks counsel rather than allow pride to lead.
The irony was too much to resist. A wise leader, asks for counsel. No, stop it.
Used to attack enemy armies, conquer settlements.
Okay, so casualty replenishment.
Territories.
Can you stop? Casualty replenishment here. It looks like it's a couple turns off. These forces are healing, but like I said, they did take a beating, and it looks like we could combine them, I think, if we wanted to, but I don't think that's necessary right now. So if we stay within our own territory, we'll be fine. let's go ahead and engage in some diplomacy, I think. So we have our guy up here.
Diplomacy provides you with more tools to help further your cause.
I figured as much. Thank you. All right, so peace. You must be at war, so we're in good terms with them. And we can see, it looks like we can see who they don't like. That's fine. And how do they feel towards us? So they're positive towards us. He's kind of a neighbor up in the corner here, so we could trade in marriage. Okay, so exchange gift of characters. Trade. Oh, you can trade territories. That's pretty nice. I can request payments and try and intimidate them. Okay. And diplomatic treaties, military access. Make this work, so negative factors. Okay, so there's nothing we really want from him right now, so we'll just pass the turn again. And just let our army heal up. Now we're in the winter, so I assume that has some issues for us.
Await your answer.
Okay, so where are you at? Oh, so he's up here. So he wants ancillary trade. You give. So he wants a devious attendant. My lord, if I may approach, I've had a few thoughts that may be of use. And you will receive payments of 252. No thanks. So that's interesting. He's literally trying to buy like one of my minions. Man, it's going to be pretty fun. I'm sure a lot of the politics and things like that are going to be wild. All right, so
as you gain prestige,
our army's healed up relatively well, so I think we get in position.
Your power. Your options and resources will increase in line with your authority.
Okay, thank you. So we're pretty good on supplies, which is good. We're going to go ahead and jam over here with the main army.
No matter how
we're going to stay in our
devoted
territory.
your soldiers are, rest is needed between marches.
I understand that.
Buildings improve various aspects.
Can I turn her off? Can I just turn her off? I like to learn on my own, all right? Oh, no, that's the wrong button. That's Total War Academy. Okay. Well, my apologies for that, guys. In the future episodes, we'll have her turned off. But it's so both of these are upgrading. We can only do one thing at a time. So I went for the big base there, but we're going to get to see some of the trees. So reform choice pending.
True ambition is not to match the great deeds of the past, but to build upon them.
Thank you. Wow, that's deep. So we have a couple options here. So military doctrines, that is kind of what our culture is centered around. So we're going to be going down to this direction, but there's so many. You can see here we do have infrastructure and economy. We have government reforms. We have the agriculture reforms here, philosophy and trade, and then up in the top left we have philosophy and trade. But we're going to be going down this tree, so we get recruitment costs, which is cheaper and nice. 8 military supplies, and then this one gives us 25% construction costs for military infrastructure. And then that gives us it actually gives you new units too in some respects. Convict drafts, -2 mustering turns. Oh, that's pretty good. So for the bigger units, it's going to be quicker. So we're going to be growing through conquest for sure. So let's do that. We're going to issue that. So when we start building military infrastructure, it's going to help quite a bit.
Your armies.
All right.
We would not be your enemy.
So the Han Fu, non-aggression pact. Okay, so he wants that. And you give ancillaries. What does he want? Why does everyone want my devious attendant? No, get out of here.
Ever onwards, regardless.
Okay. So yeah, character movement speed fast. All factions move display limited. Let's go ahead and confirm that.
A strategic overview can remove the fog of uncertain times. Review the location of your armies.
Take a moment to
Your army is an army is called for. Gongsun Zan raises it. So recruit and maintain a total of 15 at the starting of your turn. 50% experience. Oh, that's pretty good. So it wants us to recruit a little bit, it would seem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we need a little bit more. So as far as money though, we're a little bit tight. Okay, so we have to actually cross through that landmass right there. Okay, interesting. So we actually have to go like through this bridge.
Check that your army is well stocked with supplies before they embark.
We are well stocked, my friend. We are well stocked. So here, construction available.
In a settlement is dependent on its size.
I'm sorry, guys. That must be so annoying. So let's go to see if we can actually find where to get rid of that. Text only. Device level none. Thank you. All right. So we have a new conscription. What does this do? So it hurts the population growth, but it does give us starting recruitment ranks. I think we do need some economic infrastructure. This is our mail post, so that's just a basic economy building. What do we want to get? Government support, 10 upkeep per turn, food production, and income from peasantry. State labor workshops. This is just another income building. So this gives us military forges and military supplies. So conscription, minus 4K population growth. Government buildings. We'll have to think on that one. Iron mine, we have that pretty much upgraded there. I think I actually want to spend some of my money to get some troops to complete that quest. Man, we're still kind of like licking our wounds here. So recruitment. We're just gonna get a bunch of like cheap stuff. I think we don't need more cav units. And you, we can just get like some cheapo infantry. I think. What is upkeep on you? Upkeep's pretty expensive on the sword infantry. All right, let's go ahead and pass turn. So we've had time to heal as well, because we kind of screwed up a little bit with some of those earlier engagements, so I think it's better to take our time here. So we need to go capture this. It'll actually complete our province. Great. So it looks like there is a mustering, like the troops don't start at full capacity. All right, so let's go ahead and zip on over here. Yeah, we'll go get that trade port. Han Empire down here doing its thing. I mean, this guy is just so wimpy up here. I think we'll just probably go take his stuff eventually. Construction available. Like I said, we're pretty poor. Okay, so these are like, this is like the tier. So the first one, let's actually look at the population details of the city, if we can. So it's a large town. It has someone commanding it, tax exemption if you want to do that. Oh, mission success. Okay, those are just the missions. Oh, okay, so we can see actually some details up in the top left. Food production is 0 right now. I have a feeling that's going to be important, so probably just doing something pertaining to food is going to be useful. We have an iron mine up there. We have a trading port out there. So this is going to focus on industry income. Military government, conscription. Public order, military supplies. Upkeep return. And it unlocks some reforms as well. I suppose we'll just do this since that kind of is, you know, the government focus is what we're doing. The Dong has taken his turn. Let us keep moving forward. Military rebellion, doing its thing. Look at how like pimped out that guy looks. He just like got his hand on his chin, just like, yeah, man, what's up? So we're heading over there. We are going to enemy territory, so per turn we will start taking some attrition. And let's go ahead and pass again. The Dong, just looking all smug as well. Military rebellion passes turn back to us. And we're going to go take Yubang Ping. Town. Okay, so the minister, Wang Yun, fears the tyranny of Zhangzhou, sends his adopted daughter to the capital's plan to have her destroy the relationship between Zhangzhou and his adopted son Lu Bu. Oh man, he's getting pretty good in there. So now we are, you know, not of course healing up because we're in enemy territory. Wow, okay, so our army's quite a bit bigger now. We could auto-resolve this or starve them out, but I think it'd be kind of fun to see what the city looks like as well. So this is like a port city.
It is a mercy we bring today, no matter how unsavory.
All right. It is a mercy we bring today, no matter how unsavory. Yeah, we gotta deal with these guys. So now we have our third general. He's the most basic of the crew, but you know he's got that very disciplined pose right there. He suffered defeat at our hands at one point, so here he's gonna be, I'm sure. Hopefully he doesn't betray us eventually. Okay, so we got a siege battle here. Towers, 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 towers. We know how nasty the towers are now, that's for sure. Those things are not very nice. So we're going to get the infantry line together and just get some of the infantry. We actually have a lot of archers now, which is going to be really nice too. Spreading out to, you know, maximize the combat efficiency. Archers are pretty beat up. Honestly, we might even go with public order. And he is a vanguard, so he's going to be pretty good with the cav force. So this will be control group 1. He's going to be leading the main force. The sentinel up the pipe, taking duels. We're going to have one cav hammer with our main general and one with our secondary guy here. And these archers can just kind of hang with the main army, actually. I'm fine with that. So go. Let's pop lock and drop those control groups if we can. Maybe we just attack from both, like we charge. those towers are just so nasty. Let's actually try out here and then see where like they're defending here. All right, so we're gonna do this, and then you are just gonna charge right in there, and you are gonna charge. Yeah, these are just saber infantry. Although we could charge like out here. Our men are spotted. It's treason. So he's ready to get into the main fight here. Our main army is just gonna go right up the pipe. We're gonna have our flanking cav coming in as well. Hopefully the AI doesn't react quick enough to defend. I mean, they don't have enough troops to defend everything, so yeah. Once we get past the initial archer tower, so it looks like, oh, there's secondary towers as well. That's actually going to change things up quite a bit. So let's get our archers going in there. Get you guys going here. You guys going here. We can send some infantry over there to help out and have you guys in like reserve. And the yeah, our main general needs to get in there because those towers really do hurt. And they're charging in. So it looks like it's like kind of a capture structure. Yeah, there's a flag in the back. So if we capture that, we get access to the territory. So our archers are now shooting in. Our archer militia.
Our general needs our aid.
He does need our aid, but it would appear he's going to be okay. So let's get our cav in there, just charging through the towers, charging over there. Yes. We could actually like run right here and just do like a mass morale route. And the sword infantry are going to be falling back as our guys do surge in here. We probably could just back cap them. So now we just, we know we can slam into these guys. So let's get all of our archers and have them start shooting, We can have them start shooting here. I mean, there's not too many good targets. Great. So the general, we're going to go ahead and use our shout right now, which should be helpful. It's going to tank the morale of these guys pretty bad. And the enemy arm, or our other force in here, is going to come hammer into the back of these guys at the front gates here. And it looks like we captured the gate pretty quick. All right. So let's go ahead and push through here. I do like the new cities, though. I feel like that's going to be really fun for like multiplayer thematic battles as well. So let's get you guys like a little chargeroo right here. So the archers are shooting in. Should be helpful. The horses are coming in, led by our secondary vanguard. And this should be able to break these guys. Yeah, this charge wasn't super impactful there. But it's all good. It was still fun stuff. So we're going to kind of keep moving back to the back of the city here. With this main force, his hammering rear charge should be pretty punishing. Let's go ahead and move you guys up into the city. Move you guys up into the city. Move you guys into the city. Yeah, they've done their part. So the archers, we should probably keep in a separate control group, actually. We can put them in group 4. Get them waste these guys. So we're going to go cap the back of the city here. And it looks like as soon as like there's no contest on the towers there, let's actually just chase these guys off and kill them. When there's no contest at the towers, it basically looks like it just gives you control. And you can see the flag here is going to be filling up. All right. Victory is ours. Pretty cool. I think that's going to be really fun when you get bigger armies. Like when the AI has like a huge force and like the settlement, like settlement's natural defenses are definitely very powerful. Like the choke points and the, I wonder what it's going to be like with gates and stuff as well. Yeah. Look at this guy. He only got 6 kills. Our other generals did pretty well for themselves. And let us claim victory this day.
A clear mind leads to victory.
All right. Pretty good. So we're definitely going to occupy it.
A fine settlement.
You gain momentum. With the commandery under our control, we can bring order to chaos and discipline to populace. So, okay. So what is this? Okay, so he looks like he's the guy. Yeah, okay, that's just our general there. So bonus experience. So from each according to their brutality, you gain momentum. Recruitment cost. So whenever you get on a roll, it looks like you get like momentum, which gives you a recruitment cost. Characters looks like yeah, has he leveled up or something? Oh, okay, so he's leveled up. And it looks like he's one of our like court, characters in the court. So we have a couple options here. Understanding gives us expertise. So it looks like expertise is his thing. So construction cost. So let's do this. It's going to increase his expertise and his starting rank. Great. And let's see if our general is leveled up yet. He hasn't actually, surprisingly. I thought we'd be leveled up by now. That's a court noble. So now we have this entire region. We have our trade port here, which we can't quite afford yet to level up, which is fine. It'll give us more income, which will be super useful. The main town, we do have our conscription building, so the mail post plus the conscription office, which is going to help with provides experience to new recruits. Okay, so yeah, very military focused for sure. You have to be pretty aggressive. Up here, we could just demand that these guys join us. I'd like to just stamp them out up in the top left. Kind of get them to be on our path here. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff now that we have some time. So the commanderies, so we have here and we have here. So that a commandery means like your region, I think. So yeah, we have a large town and a trade port, so you can open up like a sub protocol here. You can see the population is in decline because of the conscription, which is okay. We're still learning. And up here, it's going up as well. Okay. And here, everything looks good here. You can see here the population is all good. Public order is fine. And public order is going down because of faction support. Okay. So we have our main force. These guys are looking pretty good. Known factions here, pins, missions. As far as missions go, we have a mission to gain momentum. So send an enemy character on this assignment. Okay, so just keep recruiting, I guess. That's fine. Characters, they're doing their thing. I feel like, yeah, let's look up on the top left. So the court, we got the faction heir. So no desire for higher office until he reaches level 10. This one is locked until I reach the rank of king. So so general right now. So gain prestige. Okay. So everything else is pretty much locked right now. We have some candidates as well, but we have family members. So once these different things unlock, we're going to be able to do that. The military inspector is our unique one. So we can't do that quite yet. So all we really have is our faction heir in that respect. Family tree. You can see here that we got Song Jinting and the son here. That guy does, I guess he could pass for 17. It's fair play. Okay, so that's that tree there. And as far as diplomacy, we don't need to worry too much about that. Reforms, we're going to have a reform point next turn. Oh, we don't need to do that. That's records. And okay. I think all's well. We're going to be replenishing here in our town. Army's a little bit beat up, but the toolmaker here.
I'm eager to listen.
Let's see. Trade and marriage. So, trade territory. You wanna just give me that territory up there, dog? You feeling it? Okay, so it looks like we can't do that yet for some reason. Okay, so we have a non-aggression pact with them right now, it looks like. Yeah, they're positive towards us. So, okay, that's fine. So we can just leave them up there and just like make them a trading partner as the game goes on. Now, we actually have a couple of things we might want to change in terms of the leadership. And this is probably how we're going to wrap up this episode, is we're going to take a look here. And guys, just a disclaimer, this is an early access look. We have severe limitations on how many ups, like how much length we can put up and everything. So when the game does come out, or a true early access wave, I will be starting a new campaign like over fresh. I'm probably going to have to. So just know that this is just kind of a showcase episode. So if we want to go equip the characters, let's go ahead and take a look here. Still getting used to all the hotkeys and everything. And if we go here, skills, yeah, we've looked at the skills. Followers. So we do have followers. So this one gives us expertise and cunning. And this guy gives us authority, which is probably more his cup of tea. So we equip him. That's the one that everybody's trying to get up on, you know? And this guy is more of a cunning dude. So let's go ahead and equip this. And equip. So that's going to give you cunning and morale for melee. Oh, for melee cavalry. In the entire army. Okay, so it doesn't really matter who it's applied to. Great. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. Itemization here, you can see we do have a couple mount options, so it's not being used. This horse is actually better, but I think we're going to give that to the general here. So speed and mass. This one's slower, but it has better mass. Yeah, let's just give him that big, thick horse. Oh, yeah, the beastly horse. Look at this thing. A superior specimen indeed. Equip. And equip. There we go. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to kind of look through. I mean, there's so many items, each of which has like different combat, parameters, but I think this is like the heirloom blade. It's supposedly really good. So some of them do a lot more damage. So I don't know, maybe we're going to have to kind of change things up. So guys, thank you so much for joining in the first episode. You got to see us conquer a region. You got to see some of the, combat, the siege battles, how the AI performed and everything. And honestly, I had quite a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to diving into this game. I don't know if this is the faction I'll want to play, but, it seems fun. Like very cav focused, but personally, I kind of like the, the pike and archer kind of thing. So I'm going to be looking around for that. Maybe trying out one of the bandit factions when they're eventually available to be played. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this Three Kingdoms early access look, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.